And Solana's been here around for quite a bit. He's one of our admins in Discord group. Maestro as well. You can even see him there sparring into the Destroyers last video, I think it was. They've been playing on Forza Horizon 2, and apparently Maestro won this game. And now Maestro is going to face Selenos in best of 3 one more time. It's going to be on completely different maps. If their players are going to be tie, it's going to be me who's going to host the last game for them in the series. But of course, I will not choose Forza Horizon 2 as a map. We should get other maps to be displayed on this tournament. That's the entire purpose for it. So let's wait a bit for our Selenos, which of course is missing. Oh, Maestro just pointed me that I chose completely wrong room to cast. That this game will not be interesting, or maybe not either very viable. Plus, Selenos is playing on Wi-Fi, which is not that great as an opportunity. Destroyer is not playing at this tournament. You can check all the players by pushing the bracket. You can type on the chat bracket and then saw the entire bracket for the entire tournament and who is going to play in it. So I think I will just join Randy in this point of the game because Maestro just showed us that his opponent will not be pleased because who is my favorite to win the tournament? If I will look in the bracket, which I got on my laptop, and I will choose random or Glutemaster, I guess, those two. Because random won already 2 tournaments previously, and it doesn't seems like it's going to be different this way, this time, but around. But to be honest, everything may happen, and now I say either this game or. To be honest, we don't know where Ectelion is. I mean, Ectelion may be at T3A server, and I've been spoke with Torin already, and it seems that he left at the moment from my Discord. So we can join the T3A server and find out if we're gonna to cast Ectelion against Torin or wait for random to get John Teal over here and play with them. We can check either way. Let's do this. Let's get it to the T3A server and then check if Ectelion and Torin just started their games or not. Random playing pretty flawless. He doesn't drop any games in the series, so I cannot join the T3A. I got to figure out which is my password. Death Stars should win. Ectelion just started with Tauren already, so we're gonna leave it and wait for the player and the Game Ranger. And the first game that we're gonna see, let's get to random. So we're gonna maybe later cast other of his games, or maybe not. We get still Maka and Luigi waiting for something. I think the only game that starts already is Ectelion against Gran Turismo. So that's it. Hello, Andy. Turgon is playing. Who is my favorite in general, or just in this tournament? In general, Clever was my favorite when he was playing back in the time. Nowadays, I don't have my favorite player actually. In this tournament, I rather will look out that random is going to win or Glutemaster if we're gonna talk this way. But of course we got alternative maps that none of us actually playing, so it could go either way. Because most of the time we are playing on Forza Horizon because it's competitive map and we just stick with it. But at the moment we got some other maps that we're gonna play outside the Forza Horizon and those rescues, so it could go either way. Can I beat random? It happens sometimes, but not often. Not anymore, I think. If it comes to Randy, he knew this stuff pretty well. So he is really hard opponent, to be honest. But we got Maka, who should play as well. Maka who should play with Shalami 1, which doesn't appear yet. Oh, we got John Teal just appear. He's right in time, almost 15 minutes passed, and he could be disqualified without playing. Unfortunate. Okay, so we are about to start random against John Teal. And as for the rules, uh, each player get to choose their maps, and the off host is going to. Can I make my mic louder? Of course. There is no problem about it. Let's switch the screen. And it should be relatively okay. But let me know. Let's go to the network, and we're gonna have Ankh-Morpork first. Really round around map. I'm gonna be our observer. So let's stick with it and let's get started. And they even choose their races, elf against man. So Ankh-Morpork. It's a really huge map, to be honest. We got outposts over here. But in the top, no, in the bottom left, we got John Teal playing as man. And his opponent is going to be Randy, playing as elf over here. And Randy is a well-rounded player. He's in the top 5. He was really good from the beginning. He's playing from 2006, and his elf side is one of the best, I think, in current Battle 2 scene. And yes, those players pick their races. Random pick an elf, while Teal pick a Man of the West. And I think if Man of the West is going to start with stables, which he's not doing, he's going with barracks, he could turn around this game. In this map, what we got in this map, this is the most important fake. We got Work Riders, Workler, of course, Signal Fire, which could be handy in the late game, and some Trollers, Inns from both the sides of the map, in the bottom and the top, and another Workler. So we got 4 Worklers and 2 Trollers as well, alongside with Inns and the Lonely Signal Fire. So Teal is going with barrack opening, not very promising against elves, to be honest, but he's going with tower guard, so he may even creep the Workler. Thing is that the 1.09, the treasures are not give you that much resources that you would get promised in 1.08, for example. So you would definitely go with stables rather than a barrack first, but it's maybe just my opinion. The map is rather big, and you can definitely micro with your knights as far as you want to. On the other hand, Random took, of course, as a PowerPoint far side, did allow him to scout his opponent. He just realized that his opponent is going with barrack first, and the stables may not even be that good at an idea, to be honest. But of course, as I said before, map is really big over here, and you can definitely micro well. And what is important in this matchup, Random is on host, so his micro will be definitely better than his counterpart opponent. In my opinion, the strongest faction against elves, goblins. Goblins are the strongest faction. Maybe just because I prefer goblins above or elves races, but still, the goblins could definitely outmaneuver elves in a pretty good fashion. You can even see such games as I think Hallet or Clever against Celebrimbor. It was actually elf against goblins, and then goblins just crushed the elves. Anyway, we got Rivenna Lancers battalion. This battalion would like to get into the Signal Fire. The Signal Fire will increase the vision, so it's definitely a good move over here. TL is starting with Rallying Call, which is pretty good move in such a wide map. So you will not just place your Tetherland or Elfenwood on your opponent's base. Just take a Rallying Call. It's got faster respawn than the Elfenwood as well, and you can place it on every unit that you want and outmaneuver your opponent. First skirmish, first blow over here. first blood rather, and we got the Gondor soldiers been killed. We got Farsight used one more time to speed up a little bit of Lorien archers as well as increase their range, and they will definitely kill those Gondor soldiers as fast as possible. We got another barrack. I think it's too much at the moment for our elfin player. How many command points he got? Not even 600, so it's not that great to add another barrack, but it's random. He do what he want. On the other side, we got Archer Range being added by Teal, and he's going with Archer Range on level 2 to get access to Ithilien Rangers. It could definitely work out if Random is not starting with Revan the Lancers, so he got the counter for the Rangers from the beginning of the game. And I think Teal just realized that he needs something else, that he may even throw down the stables. There is a first running call used, but completely waste, I think. Those units will be taken down relatively easily. As we can see, Random is microing pretty well, not allow even those Gondor archers to punch them with those arrows. To be honest, Random hasn't been creeped, while his opponent just creeped a Warclare on his side of the map and get Tower Guards on level 2. Of course, a little bit resources with it as well. But we see that Random is doing relatively good. Nonetheless, he will lose, of course, this farm over here, this Mallow Tree, but he got his own Lorien warriors that are really good against Tower Guards, and not that bad even against Gondor archers in close range. And Random is taking down all those Tower Guards over here. What is still going to do? He definitely needs those knights as fast as possible on the air. But as we can see, Random is pushing forward. He's going to destroy more and more stuff for his opponent. More and more farms will go down. And Teal doesn't have that much farms actually. Let's see how many command points he got. Only like 400, so it's not that big of the deal for Random to just destroy like 4 farms and disappear at the same time. Maybe he will lose some cavalry units, but he definitely want to micro as best as possible. And no Azatic, I'm not playing. If you would like to know, we got a running call ready for our main player, but Farsight was ready as well. So the 15% of increase range is being used by Random, and he got pikemen near the army of Lorien archers. They've been moving for a slight a bit, and then the Gondor Knights were able to just crash towards those Lorien archers. 2 battalions goes down, so it's not works like Random would like to get, but he's used the environment to increase his ability to be saved. He used this tower to not allow those knights to just roll over those Lorien archers, and he's using it one more time, spreading those Lorien archers. He knew that his opponent's knights are completely out of position at the moment, so he doesn't need to worry about those Lorien archers, and it seems he doesn't really care about them. Now he's trying to get away, but those knights will definitely crush them, and that would be nothing to say from Random. On the other hand, we can see that TL is trying to deal some damage towards the Mallow trees of Random. It looks like rather like scouting than dealing damage, to be honest, because he wasn't able to even take one of those Mallow trees at the moment, because of those Mithran sentries most likely. We got knights into the pikemen, into the Mithran sentries. They're trying to get into the Lorien archers. Lorien archers in defensive position to not get that much damage. And it seems that Random will hold on. He will not lose any of those units. Even this Lorien archer battalion level 3 will still be here. As we can see, knights are got to be going to the base of Teal. There should be a will to heal them up, but there is no of that stuff in his base. Tower guard has been killed as well, and lots of Mithran sentries actually from Random to just catch some 1 battalion of knights. It's not that cost efficient. We got the rangers on the battlefield. The rangers, as we should know, deal really good damage towards Mithran sentries. They're taking them down like butterflies, so it's not really good to get lots of those Mirkwood sentries on the battlefield, especially when your opponent doesn't have that much knights. He got 1 battalion at the time, while we got at least 2 Mithran sentries. Maybe Random is trying to play safe over here. A running call has been used, but it doesn't help him. The pikemen were out of position, and Ranger has been picked up by Rivendell Lancers. We got another battalion of knights, but they don't attack the main force of Random, and Random brought to himself Haldir to level him up as fast as possible. He got, of course, a really good splash damage towards knights, so it's a very effective hero as against this type of composition that Teal present over here. We got 10 power points for Teal, level 2 for Haldir, and Random got 17 power points. He's not even using those power points, he's just playing safe. Now he's placing Antmood, and he's not going to rush his opponent. He's going to place the Antmood and try to attack his opponent. He was forced to cancel this Antmood. Really good job by TL, forcing his opponent even to cancel the Antmood, and brought the army back to the base, scare him out with Tom Bombadil. Still, Tom Bombadil cannot be in every place all the time, so this is why what is very important over here when Tom Bombadil appear, to spread your units, press that X button, and not allow Tom Bombadil to use at least one of those Sonic songs. We got Legolas on the battlefield for Random, as we can see, and he got upgraded Elfen Barak. He will get Mirkwood Archers on the battlefield. Of course, in 1.09 we got different Mirkwood Archers than of other patches that we see in the game previously. And Haldir receive level 4, which is very important. Long shot has been used, a little bit of Mithran sentries has been killed, but here we go with Legolas, and he will pick one by one those Gondor tower guards, and then maybe even hot strike this Gondor Knights. Oh, Gondor Knights, good micro with them, not getting into the Mithran sentries, but now they will be facing Legolas, who will use the hot strike, killing with the splash damage at least 4 of them, and finished the last one off. Level 2 for Legolas at the moment, and we got this Lonely Tower, Battle Tower for Random. He's going to push his opponent forward. His opponent doesn't seem to have that much. As we can see, Random took over entire middle, and even the Warclare will be his. So it doesn't look good for Teal at the moment. He stopped even producing units. It seems that maybe he's saving for heroes, which in his case it's not that a good idea. Actually, he got some farms yet still on the battlefield. Treasures will be left by Random. As it looks like the Mirkwood Archers will take the treasures over here. And we got Ants coming up for Random, so he will definitely aim for the fortress. We got 5 power points for Teal, which definitely could be a heal for his Boromir, but this Boromir is not enough to deal that much damage to this army composition. There it is, there is a heal for Teal, and he's dealing with some cavalry units that will just lure him out of the main force that is over here. We got one Ant over here on the battlefield. We got Haldir that should be on bow mode. When you receive level 4, you would like to stick your Haldir near your army, so the leadership will be used to the highest potential. So we got Ant, we got Haldir on the bow mode, we got train archers used by Legolas towards all those Mirkwood archers and Mirkwood sentries, Mithran sentries, and there is only one battalion of pikemen actually for Random, but it's enough while you got Legolas on the battlefield on level 4 at the moment. There is a Boromir level 4 for him as well. He got Horn of Gondor, he could use it, but I don't think so it will be enough. Heal was forced to be used, and Boromir is still low in health. He's not able even to punch those 2 Ants. Hot Strike, finish him off, allow Haldir to level up, and we got 2 Ants on the battlefield. They are aiming right for the fortress to just destroy the main structure. That is the most important thing over here. And it seems that Random may took the game over here. As we can see, Lancers going into the farms of Teal. Teal is going to lose quite a bit. There is no Bombadil. There is as well Summon Eagles, but all of them are for Random. GG will play from Random, so he will take this first game of the series for himself. I'm glad that everything works for you, Fatal. So Fortress is gone, barracks and stables are gone for man player, and it seems that they sneak up some building over here. Ooh, here we are. Random should definitely spot it with this small tree. Let's see if he actually saw this. Yeah, he saw this over here. He saw this archer range. But he may even think that his opponent is over here, because it's a really good spot to place some buildings. Maybe barrack and creep that roller, but it's not the case in this matchup. And now Random should definitely realize what's happened over here. He should spot those Gondor archers and realize that the base of his opponent is completely other way around. And that's actually what's going to happen. 17 power points in this matchup, and he's going into the tier 4 of power points, which will be flawed. Of course, he will not use it, he will not need it. Teal doesn't have that much of the resources, he doesn't have that much of farms as well. He got only with this farm on level 3, which is viable, and this one level 1, which is gives him only 2 resources at the time. So we got Legolas, we got Haldir, Farsight has been used to increase the speed, we got of course Archer range, Builder has been killed by the hot strike of Legolas, and now Free Ants will destroy every last of the structures. Maybe those Gondor Knights will appear on the battlefield, yes, in the last second, but they will be killed by Mithrandt sentries, and nothing there to stop the Reign of Elves. And first game goes to Random in pretty good fashion. He hasn't been lost anything in this matchup, any of those Malotries actually, at least from the beginning. And now it's time for John Teal to get his map. Could get his map working. He got to decide on which map he want to play, except of course Forts of Essen 2 and those Reskins. 15 minutes, pretty smooth game. And it may be Ironhill. Ettenmors it seems. But I would like to join as well. So one more time, Elf against Dwarfs at the moment. Of course here's on Ettenmors, bases are closer to each other. So maybe this is why John decided to go with Dwarves. They're really tough, but against Elves it may not work as he would like to, because the Mineshaft could be placing really sneaky, which is really hard on such a map. Ettenmore's map with troll cages and rights as well as inns. It's a really tiny map. There is not lots of things. Actually, there is lots of things, but there is not lots of space to create your units and outmaneuver your opponent. So, in the right, we got John Teal playing as dwarves. It's rather top left, right? In the top left, we got D Random playing as elf one more time. And what John should do, he should definitely go with Barragan Tunnel and Mineshaft right away, and then just try to rush his opponent, place Mineshaft maybe over here and just rush his opponent already. But Random is aware of the situation that this map is rather small. This way he started already with Elfen Barak alongside of those two Malotries. He's going with Builder completely into the edge of the map and to create a Malotry to not be taken by surprise in the back of his base, because he cannot see this line over here. Then the Builder could sneak up, but he will not. Of course, Dwarf is going for Half Warriors. And where's the other mineshaft? That is why I don't like when people took yellow. There it is. There is Builder. He's sneak up the troll cage and maybe place his mineshaft over here. It got to be not that close towards the goblin lair because the goblins may attack it. And it's just happened, and I think that will allow him to and force him to destroy this building over here, and he cannot place it when the elfin mallow tree is already placed. So really good placements by Random so far, while his opponent is not able to do it, and he just spotted his opponent's builder, and he will send over here Lorien archers after killing those goblins over here, and maybe take the goblin lair down. We get another battalion of Lorien archers in this situation. So it seems that Random first would like to protect his base against the Guardians, because in this point of the game, if there will be one Hall of Warriors and one Mineshaft start from the Dwarven player, he should have already 2 battalions of Guardians in this Mineshaft. But he will get only one, because he started differently. Farsight been used, the Goblin lair is going down. We got Lorien archers that will definitely kill lots of Guardians. Guardians been running cold, and it forced Random to delay or destroy his mallow tree. But of course we got Lorien warriors on the battlefield in a second. We got another battalion of Guardians in the mineshaft been deployed on the other side of Random's base, and now Random got to micro pretty well. He got almost level 2 on those Lorien archers, so it seems that Goblin lair will not give you a level 2 right away. And as we can see, Guardians will take the first mallow tree. They're really good in taking those buildings, those production buildings, as well as buildings that produce you resources. Lorien warriors going towards mineshaft, very important to take them down as fast as possible. They should be in aggressive stance actually to deal more damage, and those Guardians should be in the defensive stance, but they should attack. Be forced to attack, which they are not. First mineshaft is going down, and now all those units are stuck over here, because in the entry of this mineshaft standing those 2 little Lorien warriors. It allowed Random to stack all those units into the mineshaft for a little while and then pick them up. And that was a Phoenix battalion that had been picked up by Random. What is going on over here? We got archer range. Well, there should be actually battle wagons on this in this kind of matchup, and definitely Forge Works should work better over here than some archer range with units. But nonetheless, it's Teal's choice over here, and he's going with axe throwers. While his opponent is going to creep another goblin lair, he's going to take the signal fire, so he'll increase the vision, as well as his power points will regain faster. Let's check the power points. Random got 6 power points available, while his opponent got only 1, so it shows disproportion in this point of the game already. And as we can see, Teal doesn't have that much units actually. It's like 3 battalions. It's not that much. He was forced to protect his base. It's not what Dwarf would like to do. Dwarf definitely would like to rush his opponent. This is even what Guardians are talking about when they come out from the Hall of Warriors. They would like to rush their opponents. In this case, they are not allowed to do it. They got to protect their base. We got lots of Lorien warriors. They're really good against every of those structures. And the reason why there are no pikemen, for example, because Random realized that his opponent is not going for battle wagons. Nice chat. Who knows? And now Random will take the pieces over here. As we can see, all those Guardians will die. A really good micro over here with those 2 Lorien warriors. They've been going home, while the other units are moving forward. And what do we got here? Two battalions of Guardians and Axe Throwers, another Axe Thrower battalion, and Random just spawned entire of his opponent's map, entire of his base. He got 10 power points already against 4 for a Dwarf, which Dwarf should be ahead of power points because he's the one that should rush the opponent. Random make a little bit of mistake with those Lothian archers, but it will not change that much. He just take down the main mineshaft that allow all those Axorus to get away and move across the map. It looks like those Lothian archers will deal enough damage towards Guardians. They will maybe even take down those axe throwers. They're on level 4 already. And let's get to the base of Random. It seems that he's going with Green Pusher and Lancers to take care about Guardians and Axe Throwers, and now it's no time even for change the composition. There is no time for Pikemans for Dwarven player. We got Haldir on the battlefield one more time, 15 power points. Running Call has been used one more time by Dwarf towards this only one battalion of Guardians that he got remain. And Random will take everything step by step. Level 3 for Haldir, 16 power points. He's not using power points actually. We should realize that he doesn't need to. He got another Elfin Barrack. He hasn't took the Signal Fire actually. I don't know if it's a mistake or he doesn't care about it, but he should definitely take it if he can. And he took control over the middle, so it's not like he cannot do it. Axe Throw is completely out of position without Pikemans on them, and those Rivendell Lancers will be able to pick the pieces over here. Level 4 for the Haldir with his leadership, 50% of damage for the units, and that will allow, I think, Dwarf to Elf to move forward. Elf and Wood even used to increase the defense of the units, but it could be even placed over here onto the fortress of his opponent. It looks like that archer range is going down. And there is even a running call, because running call is not stuck with leadership of Haldir. There is a rebuild actually from Dwarf. He's trying to remain stable, but it doesn't seem that he will be able to do it. He was forced to use this rebuild. He got only 4 power points. It's not enough even for the heal. And it's over. It's over. The fortress has been destroyed by this one legendary battalion level 10 of Lothian warriors. And now it's only time to pick up the pieces and bring 2-0 to Random. Oh, it seems that it's still building Remain over here in the completely back over here on the edge of the map. We got archer range and randomly spotted. This map is really tight. And he will easily pick up 2 buildings that remain for our Dwarven player. So as you can see, archer range is going down. And it seems that Random is moving forward towards round 2 with 2-0. Okay, we're gonna leave those 2. Random is moving forward. And let's check the bracket. I already refreshed it, and it seems that Turgon took out Dark Reaver 2-0. Pretty good. Let's light up some lightings in this room because it's getting dark. Okay, what next? We can choose Maestro against Andy. We can choose Maestro against Randy. We can choose Maka against Shalami. No, they just started, and that's all for now, I think. Yeah, so Andy, let's get your butt ready, and here we go. Because Maestro is waiting, and I think that Celonis doesn't show up, and he was kicked. Maestro against Randy. I haven't seen those two playing actually. Any of the game. It will be their first time, I guess. And I need something to drink. I think I will drink as well. It's a bottle of water. Okay, so we got Maestro against Andy. It's, I think, their first time that they're going to face one another. I'm glad to see the best RTS getting some attention for once. I don't think so that it's the best. Oh, okay, let's put it this way. I know that it's really good RTS, but not the best. Not anymore, I guess. I know it's lovely because it's Middle Earth and everything is, wizards, elves, and such things, but come on. Okay, we got Erech as a first map. Maestro got crappy host, I guess. And don't get me wrong, I was playing Baphomet for like 10 years and I stick with it, but I think the most exposure RTS and the most attention RTS is StarCraft. It's not even the second installment, but the first one that was really good. And still is playable, still people playing this game. But don't get me wrong, Baphomet is in my heart still. That's why we're here today, to have some games instead of being outside and the weather that will change, and now it's going to rain and it was so sunny. Yeah, Brood War was great. Really? You can't hear me? I thought that it's okay. Let's put it this way, and maybe now it's going to be better. It should be a bit. It seems that we're gonna go to the Game Ranger. And I'm going to relog on the Game Ranger. Yes, I am in this voice channel that no one is here. Exactly. Okay, we get into game. Maestro against Andy. I think it's still round 1. Yes, it's still round 1. Connection timer one more time. Maestro's host may be really squishy. Okay, we're gonna go neutral. To be honest, I should choose the map if I'm neutral, but it's going to be Erech. Here it is. No, I'm not muted. At least I hope not. It should work as expected. But let me know. Let me know if I'm muted or something like that. Anyway, we got Elf against Goblins. You sneaky bastard. Oh, we got Fog of War, because on this map, why not? In the bottom right, we got Goblin player. It's going to be Maestro, and his opponent in the top left, it's going to be Elephant player Andy. So 2 Mal trees for Andy, while his opponent is going with 2 tunnels. And maybe this time we will see the Rain of Goblins that will destroy the elves. Let's check the power points. We got Farsight from Andy, and Master took the Cave Bats, so pretty good setup from both of them. We got another Mallow tree, and I think it's going to be Barak from Andy, while his opponent is going with Goblin Cave and another tunnel. On this map, it's really hard to micro with goblins. You got 3 pasts, you get 2 signal fires alongside with Spider Lair and those Frightlers. But of course, what is the update of your channel? I definitely don't understand what you are talking about. I haven't made any updates. I mean, I'm posting replays mostly daily from Monday to Friday, and that's about it. We got another Mallow tree from Andy, so he got at least 4 Mallow trees at the moment. While his opponents add another Goblin Cave in his composition, so he is trying to overspam his opponent. It's not a bad idea, but in this tiny map and with only 3 passages over here, it's not that great either. You could go for Spider Pit rather than those Goblin Caves, but we'll see how it's going to go. We can see another Farsight being used and another scout on Goblin's base, so Elf is aware of the situation. While, as we can see, Goblin haven't been used the Cave Bats yet. He's going from the south side of the map towards his opponent with Goblin Warriors on the defensive stance. We got another Lorien battalion heading towards the north, and it's a really good setup for Andy for now at least. He just closed those 2 passages from himself from the time being. As we can see, Goblin Warriors has been catched by the Lorien archers, and this battalion will sneak by actually. Really good placements of the tunnel by Maestro over here near the corner of the map, near the edge of the map, and those Goblin Warriors will be able to deal some damage. Of course, Andy will be able to clear up everything with Lorien archers right into position. You may heard something about StarCraft 2, but no, I haven't been played StarCraft 2 yet. And we got Spider Riders and Spider Pit. We'll see rather Spider Riders than Spider Lynx. So that's why Master should go right away for the upgrade rather than the Lynx. I guess the Lynx doesn't deal enough damage towards Lorien archers. On the other hand, Andy is adding his green Peugeot. He's going with Riven Lancers. And at this point of the game, what Goblin could do, he could really invest this money into those tunnels actually, because his opponent doesn't have that much melee units. He got only range units, and they will not deal enough damage towards the structures, but of course they will be really cost efficient against Goblin Warriors and such infantry units. So this builder should definitely build some tunnels. Either he can go through the middle, or maybe more for the north side of the map, because the south is now definitely not safe for him. That we go with Lorien archers, so definitely this builder will not sneak by near those Lorien archers. But as we can see, the goblins has been cleared up. We got first battalion of Lorien warriors, so Andy realized that he needs some melee units to destroy and deal some damage towards those goblin tunnels. That he cannot rely only on those archers, which he does really good. Anyway, we got first battalion of Goblin Spider Riders as expected. We will see a Lynx on the battlefield as well, because they're really good against swordsmen, and of course those melee units, Lorien Warriors, are swordsmen. but we will see as well Riven the Lancers and Lynx are faster than any other unit actually in the game, so they will definitely catch those Riven the Lancers pretty easy and kill them one by one. Of course, till they not turn out and starting to attack those little Lynx, but nonetheless, they're pretty good in doing it. We can see that Riven the Lancers receive their running call, and there should be already cave bats should be used to debuff those Lancers, but it doesn't happen for some reason, and I'm really curious why. Goblin got Goblin got his cave bats already prepared. He could definitely use that in the buff. Oh, actually, cave bats been used somewhere. I think over here, but it was completely waste of power point due to the fact that those units just now receive running call. Little bit skirmish into the middle. We got another battalion of Goblin Spider Riders. We can see that Andy is moving towards the south side of the map. Maybe is going to creep the lair over here and take the signal fire, which is not that big a bad of the deal for him. But it seems that he will rather concentrate on his units to not lose any of them. Those cavalry units are really easy to kill at the moment for Goblin, so this is why Andy got to be careful, got to be cautious, and get away as fast as possible. And it seems that he is able to do it. He saved both the battalions for now, at least. We got Mirkut's sentries completely out of position, another battalion as well, and Andy will lost his battalion of archers on level 3, alongside those Mifran sentries, I guess. In the base of both the players, we cannot see production of Goblin Spider Riders. They are not that cheap, but we can see lots of Goblin Warriors, even Quake up by 2. We can see the Mirror of Galadriel to heal up all the Elves units, so it's very important as well. And we got more Mirkut sentries. Mifflin sentries, come on. How about power points? We get 7 power points for Maestro, which is not that bad, but he's not moving forward, and he lost quite a bit. At least a couple of those riders, which shouldn't happen. And one more time, completely pointless cave bats over here, because those three battalions actually of Goblin Warriors who are able, without those cave bats, to kill all those pikemen on the field. So there was no reason to use those cave bats. They could be used to debuff the running call, for example, but not in this situation. Riders going into the Goblin Warriors, they will definitely crush them and trample them one by one. Lynx trying to kill some Riven the Lancers as well. And it seems that Goblin doesn't have that much of the units. He's trying to recreate those Goblin Riders, which is really good that he was able to micro out with them, because they are really viable units of his composition. But for the middle, we got some Goblin Warriors battalions, and he is progress with those Solorian Mallow trees, which I think it's at least 1-2 match over here. And he should maybe add another barrack for his composition, which he already got. I haven't seen this even. We got Weizman of Dalen Summon in front of all the army of Andy. Running call will be used to just clear up as fast as possible and punch those Weizman of Dalen as much as possible to not allow him to get some resources by the Pillage ability. So the summon wasn't that great. The summon could be used over here, maybe over here, to take this army out of position into the corner of the map, and maybe even deal damage towards the Mallow trees, towards Barak, get some resources because of Pillage, and then move forward with the army. It does not happen. We got Fisher on the battlefield. Fisher is on level 1 only, so it's going to be Cave Troll. And we got no more Spider Riders on the field. We can see that Spider Riders get into the Mirkut sentries and they will be killed. We got 11 power points at the moment for Andy and almost 2k resources, while his opponent got 5 power points and only 500 resources. So it's a big of the deal. Andy is trying to creep with Riven the Lancers. He realized that it's not that great of a deal to do it, not the greatest idea, and he shouldn't do it. I think in Rise of the Witch King he's able to do it with ease, but not here. And Maestro get himself a gore kill. Gore kill is not that great in Elf against Goblin matchup, to be honest. You get definitely level up to level 6 to get access to this Poison Stinger to deal really good damage. We got Troll with a Stick, we got some Goblin Spider Raiders, but there is not lots of them. There is another battalion, and this one may deal some damage over here, but he's out of position at the moment for some reason. Those Goblin Archers are here to trample them. Of course, you got to be careful and not get into the Tomb Bombardment, but it's not that big of the deal. Really good job over here. You should do it earlier. You got level 4 on those Spider Riders. 10 power points for Goblin at the moment, while Elf receive 8 power points, and he got Tomb Bombardment for himself. Sonic Song has been used towards Spider Riders, knock them down. Okay, I always stay with my roots. Gorkill will be catched by Haldir, but he should be careful because he cannot bear this pain. And we get Tomb Bombardment rolling of those goblins. 10 power points at the moment from Andy, and his opponent got 12. But as I mentioned before, it's Andy who used more of those power points, who get more of those power points, and that Andy is completely in the base of his opponent, which is really good. He took over entire map, and then we go with Legolas, who will definitely deal some damage, definitely against those Spider Raiders with his Hot Strike ability. We got an entire army of goblins over here. We got Halfron Marauders to deal with Riven the Lancers. Farsight has been used to increase the speed and range of units from Elf. And how is he going to be? Mithran Sentries in the position to catch some Goblin Riders. We got as well Scale Totem from Gorkill. And I think it will allow even Goblin to stay in this game longer. We can see that Haldir is low in health. Where is he? There is Legolas. But where is Haldir? Over here. He's been poisoned as well. We got 15 power points, to be honest, for Elfen player, and we got Watcher, Summon Watcher for Goblins, so this game is not yet over. We got Hot Strike towards the Cave Troll, and I think Maestro just figured out that those trolls are not that great against Legolas, if he got all his abilities ready. Another Goblin Cave, so it seems that, Maestro decided to leave Raging, I think. To be honest, there was nothing that he could do. He was definitely close in his base, and he couldn't even sneak by on the left and right side towards his opponent. So it's 1-0 for Andy, and now it's his turn to pick up the map and be a host for our game. To be honest, it was really unfortunate. I thought that Maestro is going with different openings and it will allow him to win. For example, Spider Pit first, but it doesn't happen. And it seems that I'm going to be host again, because my host is so great. Okay, we gotta choose the map. I don't know which map the Andy would like to see. So it's going to be Rohan. And not Rohan 2. So let's get started. A man against dwarves. If Maestro will be able to rush his opponent, he'll be able even to win. So in the north, we get Andy playing as man. And in the bottom left, we got Maestro playing as Dwarf. And really good opening. Right around the back, we got Mineshaft and Barak. While Andy is doing exactly the same, Barak and Farm, alongside Elfenwood. So it seems that they are going to rush each other. They knew what's going to happen. We got 4 outposts on this battlefield. We got 2 signal fires, trolls in the corners, and warclers near the signal fires, both of them. So they're really good. You can do really good over here. You can take all those outposts and then boost your economy, or just rush your opponent when he is trying to take one of those outposts and be out of position. So everything is up to you how you're going to play this game. As well, we got 2 ruin towers that will allow your builder to sneak in and increase your vision. As we can see now, a man realized that there is a mine shaft and it's time for guardians to appear. I think the first pattern of guardians for Maestro is over here. We got tower guards that will going and creep the warclar that is near the base of Andy. And Andy won the last game, yeah? But of course, Andy realized with this builder in the ruin tower that the builder of dwarves is heading towards the edge of the map, going out. Guardians are going out of the mineshaft as well, and we got first running call over here. First ball will be towards the Gondor soldiers. They will definitely be killed, all of them. They're in defensive position as well as Guardians to not get that much damage. But of course, Guardians are better than Soldiers of Gondor, and they will be picked up one by one. We got another farm created by Andy. We got to remember that the other builder is in this ruin tower. We got charge ability used by Dwarf, and it seems that Guardians are going right into the barrack to destroy it and not allow any more units to come out as fast as possible. On the other hand, Andy is going to take the first outpost for himself, and our Dwarfen player is going to rush and rush. I guess that's the best option for him at the moment. He may even take down the barrack, he may even take down the first farm that Andy create, and then he will be forced to recreate his barrack. He's doing it right away. He knew that this barrack will be forced to destroy, or maybe destroy, delay. So you definitely must be cautious. And this barrack is going down in a second. Here we go. More guardians on the battlefield. Another barrack near the fortress. And what Andy could do, because he is creeping, because he is taking the outpost and he's boosting his economy somehow, he could even leave his fortress, to be honest, and go over here, for example, create some barrack and stuff. But it seems that he would like to save his fortress because it's a very important building. But if he could even recognize that it's first like 5 minutes of the game and his opponent doesn't have that much of power points yet, and he could still do something with this builder over here, because he is just in this ruin tower doing nothing, sit here, while Andy is back up lots of resources, and he's trying to protect his fortress. He's trying to build another barrack into the base. He should realize that he's not able to do it, that this barrack is going down, that this fortress will go down anyway because of some guardians, and that he should go and claim for himself all the outposts in on the battlefield, creep everything that is possible, get all the treasures, and then attack from the, for example, north and south side of the map towards the fortress of his opponent. This way he could even win. So Andy will lost even those towers expansions, and it seems that Andy decided to leave. So we got tie, and it's my choice over here. I will choose map, which we haven't seen yet, which is going to be Fangorn. Where is Fangorn? Over here. If the players will get tie, so they got 1 and 2, both of them got 4 points. And then I can choose the map. Most of the time it was even told to us that we should choose Forza Horizon, but because we got it's best of 3. It's best of 3. You get tie and it's, yeah, 1v1. Yes, I could choose Forza Horizon, but let's be real. We got alternative maps tournament, so we will not see this map. Not here, not today. Let's get started. Come on, it's alternative map tournament. Why we should stick with Forza Horizon? Completely, it got no reason to do it. We got Mordor Mirror and the Fangorn. That got a little bit changed if you are familiar with Fangorn in 1.00 or maybe Rise of the Witch King. It's been changed for a bit. We got no outposts over here. We got trollers, not gobliners. And as we can see, Maestro started with Thunderland. Why Andy decided to go with Thunderland as well. And we got Orc Barracks from Andy. Double, while his opponent is going with another Slaughterhouse and maybe another barrack over here. You see, Casper, a nice map. This is the answer that I want to hear here. Andy is not using his Thunderland to cover this spot over here. It's very wise. He can use it into the battlefield. Not over here. We got lots of passages over here. You can move through the left and right side, through the top and bottom. Okay, he may not count, but still, you got to give me this right that this map is better when we get alternative map tournament, okay? And Maestro decided to go with Tavern and Haradrim Palace. Okay, while his opponent goes with 2 Orc Pits, so it's going to be completely different. Goblins. What do you want from my goblins? There you go, Goblin Lair. 2 of them to be exact. Another Slaughterhouse for Andy. So their build orders are different. This is what I like, even if it's mirror, they choose other paths. But what could I recommend Maestro to go with Nazgul? If you got 4 farms, you should definitely go for Nazgul and then maybe go with Tavern and Esterlings. It could be even better for you. And yes, now we got Thunderland from Andy, so it's definitely better move. He's into the slaughterhouse of his opponent. He needs this bonus of 30% of armor over here to destroy it, to be safe, and to move forward. As we can see, he spotted the builder of his opponent. Maybe Maestro was thinking that there is an outpost. There is not. It's the 3rd game. It's the last game. And do not tell me that we should choose Forza Horizon because I will fucking kill you. Like it's alternative maps tournament. So why we should pick Forza Horizon even if it's tie? It's completely make no sense. So that's why we are playing on Fangorn. So Andy is moving forward with Orcs, and it's going to be really hard for Maestro to protect himself with only Corsairs. Of course, Corsairs are tougher, Corsairs are better. Corsairs get access to fire bombs that Maestro should use over here to cover his plans, but let's be honest, Orcs in numbers could deal really good damage. They could spread across the map, they could deal spontaneously damage to more of the slaughterhouses. But for now, Maestro is hold on. He's even moving forward. We get Orc Archers on the battlefield against Corsairs on the defensive stance. Really good. Okay, it was maybe it was too much, but let's be honest. Who would like to see Forza Horizon in this tournament? No one. No one. We get another Corsairs passing by. They're really they're faster than Orcs, so it's for their advantage. And I think is the defensive stance, or the hold ground stance, is not that great because it decreases your speed of the units. No, Casper, you are not. You are not. And now those Corsairs will pick up some of the slaughterhouses for his opponent. This is why the free orc pits are not something that you would like to go for if you cannot keep up with the pressure towards your opponent. Fangorn is fair map as well. Plus we got mirror, plus we got neutral host. There is no difference. Definitely Fangorn is one of those very symmetrical map. And we got mirror matchup with different build order, but still. We got Nazgul from Andy. So he'll rolling towards those Corsairs, killing them one by one. Okay, next time it's going to be Tolfalas. No problem. Okay, let's skip. Let's stay with the game. You distract me with this chat room over here. What we got in the base of Andy? He's going with Haradrim Palace. I don't know why. Let's be honest. Okay, because of this Nazgul. But nonetheless, there was no sign that the Nazgul will appear. Like, only this creep has been done and treasures are still standing over here. So there is nothing that Maestro get from this. Maybe only experience, but definitely not resources. We can see that Andy got Nazgul level 2 already. Dread Visage is available for him. But he's still going for the orcs, and now he's adding another Haradrim Palace for some reason. He's not upgrading this one, he's only going for with a Sterlings, and he still pop out more and more orcs. I think that's the good idea, but he just stopped. So we got no units over here at the moment. And we are closer with those power points. 8 power points to 8 power points and 9 power points at the moment for Maestro. So Maestro is ahead in power points. Of course, he lost quite a bit. So his combine points and those slaughterhouses are not in the greatest shape, but of course he got Nazgul on the field, so the Nazgul will deal enough damage towards the orcs. And these Nazgul been punched by Esterlings and been killed. Level 3 for the Esterlings. We got Industry used by Maestro and another Haradrim Palace. It's not going to be upgraded, not now at least, and so they're going to be only Esterlings pop out of those both of those Haradrim Palaces. Make no sense for me, but okay. And lumber mills are going to get into the place for Andy, but he's not that safe into the base that he can provide with those mills. Actually, he should definitely concentrate on the protection of his base. He lost the first slaughterhouse that he create. Let's be honest, he shouldn't throw down the mill over here. Not yet. It's a really good idea if you get stable base, but when we saw that Corsairs are going to your base and just destroy the first slaughterhouse that you create, then pick up another one and maybe even get out, it's not the greatest idea. We got Industry through down. This is at least important that he doesn't use it faster. But still, it's Maestro who got more power points. He got 5 power points at the moment. He threw down Industry faster, so he will gain more resources. And it's maybe time for Doomdem Spear. I don't know why people do not create those things on the fortress, so they make those heroes cheaper, because it shows that Maestro is going for Felbist. He's back up his resources to 3k, and then he will spend it on the Felbeast most likely, and what he is actually doing at the moment. While his opponent, I think, got to recreate his entire base. He just threw down the industry. It's not like he got lots of resources at the moment, but Andy got enough economy status over here. He got 500 combine points, while his opponent Maestro got more, 600. So it shows that the build order that Maestro choose is the right choice, at least in this map and this matchup. Plus, Maestro, as I mentioned before, use industry faster than his opponent, get access to this power point faster, so he will gain more resources. And now what Maestro could do, he got 1k resources, he just spent it, but he could throw down a Momakil Pit or Troll Cage and go with trolls or attack trolls to just destroy the fortress of his opponent, because Felbis will be great choice if you would like to kill lots of bunch of units and force your opponent to get away, which I think Maestro is doing, but there is no other reason to do it. What Andy could do, Andy could definitely throw down some towers, maybe even over here where is the slaughterhouse placing at the moment, and go with more and more units over here. We got the Felbis on the battlefield from Maestro, and now it's the turn to kill lots of bunch of units, level up the Felbis to make him tougher and give him more health. How many power points we got? We got 6 power points for Andy, while his opponent got 10 power points. It shows that Maestro got more power points. He's playing maybe even smarter than his opponent, and he still got, I think, okay, he just lost his lead in combine points because of lots of orcs appear on the battlefield. It will decrease everything, of course, all the time. But still, he could definitely throw down some of those, maybe even this Troll Cage, and to wait a bit, attack his opponent's stuff, creep the Troller, get the resources, and maybe use those power points for, not barrage, or maybe barrage over here to destroy this slaughterhouse could be useful. Felbis into the Esterlings. We got Taurus expansion even for Maestro, and it looks like that Andy is taking over entire base, entire map. Oh, Doomspizzer into the fortress. Andy is going to be my hero in this match, let's be honest. No one has even used this upgrade for the fortress. It's really useful if you're going for the heroes. Felbis is running around over here, getting away from Esterlings. They are not fired towards him. We got Corsair Tavern on level 2. Forge Blades hasn't been yet researched. So we get Barrage for Maestro, but I cannot see the point when he's going to use it. We got Return Nazgul from Andy and Felbist for himself as well. Cheaper Felbist, better Felbist. This is what I can tell you. We got another Nazgul. Now Maestro should definitely fight with this Felbist of his opponent to take him down. His Felbist is on level 2, so definitely it's tougher. We get Barrage used to defend. It shows that Maestro was definitely cautious about and really scared about those Orc warriors that are heading towards his very viable slaughterhouse on level 3. but it allows Andy to level up his own Felbeast to level 4 while his opponent got level 2 at the moment, and that's time for Andy to even catch the other Felbeast and maybe lower his health. Into the north, Andy is still pushing forward. He got some tower with even fire arrows upgrade to destroy the slaughterhouse of Maestro. And I don't think so that Corsairs are enough, but Nazgul get into the Esterlings and that will end his life. So we have two Felbeasts, they should definitely fight one another. They are on level 2 and level 4. And he got nothing to fear about. He should definitely go for this Felbeast. And if you got two Harad Impalas, one of them should be upgraded, and you should definitely go with Haradim Archers. There is no other reason to go for two Harad Impalas to just constantly pop out more and more Esterlings. What we got here? We got Nazgul on the battlefield from Maestro. Screech has been used. We get some Lonely Tower as well. It's of course Andy's. And this Lonely Tower should aim for the Felbeast. Definitely, it should aim for the Felbeast, as well as Felbeast of Andy should aim for the Felbeast of Maestro. To push it back, to force it going back, which he's actually doing. Really good job. Deal some damage and push him back, not allow him to move forward. We get Haradim Archers at the moment for Maestro. He's getting more and more. Really good choice over here, but of course not against spam of orcs. We got another Nazgul from Andy, or it's this one that he lost for some reason. And we need Grunt. I don't think so that those players are going to go with Grunt. There's too much to lose, too much in stake to lose. Grunt is a really great character and great feature in the newest patches, but it's really costly. 7,000. You cannot afford such a unit if you get to constantly attack your opponent. Nazgul with Morgul Bait. Good to see him using this ability. And now Andy got to retreat with his Felbeast. Maybe the Nazgul will be able to catch up with those Haradim Archers, which he does, but it seems that both those Nazguls are low in health. And Andy would like to get away. We got a heal from Maestro, but Andy doesn't have a heal. He got to retreat. If it's possible, heal has been used, and Screech as well. And it seems that Andy will lost his own Felbeast. He was so close to kill his opponent's Felbeast, but it will not happen, at least for now. Maestro still got problems on the north side of the map. He doesn't have that much units over here, and his Felbeast is not enough of a threat while those Haradim Archers appear on the battlefield. More Corsairs pushing Andy's economy back for a bit, and we can see that there is only one lumber mill from Andy. He could go and create more and more those lumber mills, in my opinion, to just increase his economy status. He got 1k resource, so that's enough actually to do it. We got Nazgul against Nazgul, but here we go, Morgul Bait, show you how to do it. Oh, and Maestro put his Nazgul into the Esterlings. That's not what you want to do. We got Haradim Archers in the back, dealing definitely enough damage towards Haradims. And it seems that Maestro is pushed back completely towards his base, and it's going to be hard to protect this one. Maybe this white will do something, will force Andy to get back, and it seems that he does that. So definitely use Morgul Blade when you can, turn some unit into the white and push your opponent to get back. Builder from Andy has been killed over here. Not a big loss. At this point of the game, they could definitely afford. How many power points they got? Andy got 14 power points. 14 power points for him, while his opponent got 9 or 10. 10 power points for Maestro. But he was forced to pick, of course, heal. So this is why. But of course, Andy is closer and closer towards a Balrog ability, while Maestro is struggle with himself. He got Felbeast on his side of the map. He could definitely use it over here, which he will do. The opposing Felbeast is completely outside on the north, out of position. We got no Haradim archers over here. Maybe only one battalion from Andy that he's not using at the moment. And this battalion could be killed actually. Oh, he's going towards the Nazgul to punch him and let him fly. A really good job over here by Maestro. Not allow those Haradim archers to die that fast. And now the Nazgul will be on food. He will be dismounted, but it doesn't matter. The Felbeast will definitely kill him, and it will maybe even allow Maestro to move forward, because this entire army will be taken down. We got 2 Felbeasts actually for Andy, so it may be a trouble. But with lots of Haradiums, that it should be enough. Nazgul is going down, and as we can see, those Haradiums dealing really good damage towards the Felbeasts. Felbeast for Maestro got to get away, and those 2 battalions of Haradims should definitely aim for those. They both need trolls. It may be true, but you cannot go trolls if your opponent got a Felbeast, because it's waste of resource. Maybe if you got like 5 battle trolls, then you can do it. But it seems none of them are going to take the units. They are just waiting for the power points to occur with the Balrog. And it seems that it's Andy who is closer and closer to receive the Balrog. He's dealing more damage for his opponent. He's microing better as well. He got the Nazgul on opponent's side of the map, provides a Dread Visage, provides Morgul Bait that Andy is not using. I realize by casting some of his games that he's not using Morgul Bait. It may be because he's Rise of the Witch King player, and most of the time there are no Nazguls over here. But anyway, 25 power points for Andy at the moment, while his opponent got 20. And it's a little bit of change. It could change yet. That could be even Balrog battle if Andy is going to wait for it, but I don't think so. There it is. There is a Balrog, 22 power points. There is not enough to summon Balrog by Maestro. He got an upgraded fortress. He doesn't have that much stuff over here, so those 2 slaughterhouses should be taken down. I don't think so that using a Breath of Fire on the slaughterhouse is the greatest idea, and I guess that Ignite could be used over here to increase your damage and defense. Here we go, Ignite been used, and Maestro will lost quite a bit with a whip towards Haradim Pass. .23 power points for Maestro at the moment. Let's stick with his power points count at the moment, because he will summon Balrog maybe as well, and maybe use it more cost effective. But anyway, both the slaughterhouses on level 3 get down, been whipped out, and both the production buildings for Maestro are destroyed. Can we destroy the fortress with only Balrog on 1.09? No, we can't. No, we can't. I mean, this fortress is not upgraded, so it could even end, like, goes to half of the health of this fortress, but we cannot destroy the fortress on 1.09, even with the greatest movement. Okay, so it seems that Andy is moving towards the round 2 of the tournament. Oh, we can see Turgon against Hallet actually. Hallet haven't been played for a while. I guess they haven't been started yet. It's 5 a.m. I think after the next game, which will not be Hallet against Turgon, we're gonna make a break. Let's find my own game. Okay, so Hallet started with Turgon. I've been dodged. And Random is going to play with Andy. Ectelion will play with no one. Maybe Maka. Oh, they just started like a couple minutes ago. So we got, I think, Casper. No, Maka against Gloodmaster. Maka against Gloodmaster. Okay, they're not playing. Let it be. No, they just started. So we're gonna stick with Ectelion. And we're gonna wait with him. And his Italic Cash. Hallet just started, and it seems they wait for something. I hope that Hallet is going to start, so we're gonna host Gran Torino. And I'm going to eat. This is the greatest idea. Rise of the Lich King is not dead. Players are playing Rise of the Lich King. That's going to be another patch, I think, for Rise of the Lich King. And I will host for you Haled against Turgon. And I hope that Gran Turismo is online already. Oh hey. I think Loadmaster just started. Let me see. I think I will eat something because I haven't eaten dinner yet. Yeah, it's the time when the tournament started. I was supposed to eat the dinner, so it's. I think I will take a time and do it while hosting Halet and Turgon. Uh, November and okay. Let's check the bracket. No, Maka and Gloodmaster just started. Yeah, you played him in the first. Yeah, he's a really decent player, I think. No, I think that Random is favorite to win. And Maka will win. Actually, it's my opinion, but I think Maka would win this game against Gloodmaster. I would like to see actually Halid against Random or Andy in the finals or semifinals, something like that. Okay, gonna eat something.
since 1.08, but he's still a great, especially against cavalry. And he's not able to one-shot the man cavalry on the first level, but as soon as he ranks to up to like I think level 4, he's able to one-shot even a Rohirrim, and that's a huge problem for a man player. Well, as long as you're gonna do with it anything with him. I got to admit that if I was Elon player in this matchup, I would just spam the Lancers till like no tomorrow, because they are very fast and therefore men have no way how to counter them so far, unless they get Rohirrim. I would just keep rushing him until he's got no farms whatsoever. But of course, that's because I'm used to BFME1 game style, where you just do a lot of microing with horses with cavalry. Of course, this game is way more different. We got some Elven warriors on the scene, who should be really tough. Basically uncrushable by cavalry. Well, Legolas is moving finally. As you can see, Hallet is a little bit rusty because he hasn't been playing for past 8 months at least. So I'm pretty sure that he can pull off a way better micro if he wants to. No? Nobody's interested in this? Alright, why not? And here we go, Legolas. It's all yours. You're the man of the day now. Seems like Hallet was a little bit surprised here. Kinda didn't expect to bump into an army of 30 soldiers. Come on, you cannot use double hook strike it. If I should guess, I would probably say that we're going to expect some rangers in like personally I would place it in the middle of the map over here and put the pikes around it. Let's see the common points. How's the farm? 800 for Hallet. That's almost all map. 550. That's just 7 farms down, I think. No, 5 farms down. That's a big difference. So Hallet should have an advantage now with map control, which is of course the basic point. If you want to win a game, you need map control, especially in a game, in a match on a map big like this. You're supposed to spam and spam your farms with cavalry.
Okay, I came back. And what can I see? Let's check the bracket if someone just
Come on, Legolas, keep
finished.
running, you coward. Turn back his CC and put
No,
some
it
units
doesn't
there.
seems like.
What's
Yeah.
happening with this round one game?
Round one game.
Yeah, round one there's still a game not finished.
This one they are playing at the moment.
Yeah, still.
Oh, actually, I host other channel when I get my break to eat, and he's now streaming. But I think something's happened because everything stops. Okay, everything is okay for me at the moment. That's weird as hell. No fucking way. Mambo 04. But come on. Oh my fucking god. I understand that. Yes, this is why fucking. Yeah, this is why fucking good. Yeah, it was like, okay, but when the bat will come up. Fuck off, mirrors. Still better 1-0-0. Okay, so welcome back. We're gonna have Random against Andy. They're tied at the moment. They need just a neutral host. So we'll see which one of them are going to the semifinals. I think I am in Discord. Yes, of course I am in Discord. I just get into the mandatory room, so no one will interrupt. But yeah, I think that Torin is streaming, so I'll let him do it. And yeah. So Andy needs 1 second to just start the game. We get tie over here, and we'll see which one of those bot formative 2 experts. Actually, Randy is bot formative 2 expert, while Andy is Rise of the Lich King expert, so it's a little bit of diversity. Over here, we'll see which one of those will go into the semifinal or round 3. No, it's semifinals and then finals. So yeah. And I think on Grand Turgon's stream you can see other round 2, which is Halat against Turgon. So those are very important matches for entire tournament. Most of those players who are playing at the moment are experts in Battle 2 or Rise of the Witch King. So they try to reach the highest status. What have I ate? I ate chicken. Chicken with salad, I guess. Yeah, chicken with salad. And rice. And rice, exactly. So it's pretty okay. At least. Okay, we're gonna play on Forza Horizon 2 it seems. No reskin, because Random is sick of it. I of course could choose which map we would like to see, but I don't know if it was exactly the same chicken. We're going into the game. It's going to be Forza Horizon 2. We play without ring heroes and custom heroes. I hope that none of them will take goblins. It seems that Andy just choose the elves, and I think Randy will play as an elf. And as an elf, he will definitely get advantage over here on Forza Horizon 2, with those war creeps to creep off and only 2 sides to be rushed through. Let the force be with Andy, and yeah, random to elves. So it's a little bit in random's favor. Even if they're tie and we are playing on a neutral host, it's definitely on elf's favor. Definitely if random is going with Barag outside the base. I hope that Andy will figure out Randy and will able to put a really good fight. Maybe outmaneuver him. So, in the top left, we got blue player Randy, who's going with Maltree and Builder outside to create a barrack. And in the bottom left, we got Andy, who is going with 2 mineshafts. So, this rather Rise of the Lich King opening. In bottom left 2, you are open with barrack and mineshaft, so you are able to creep worklers and trollers faster. But in Rise of the Lich King, you heavily going with the units and just rush your opponent. You put, for example, mineshaft over here and rush your opponent with 2 Guardians Battalion out of it. And I think this is what Andy is trying to do. It does not work out for him, because he just wastes lots of time on this another mineshaft. He will increase his economy status, but still he'll not be able to do something. And it seems that I think Andy doesn't know what he's doing. He placed another mineshaft near the north side of the map, but not near the troller to creep it. So it's completely weird. We got the barrack, and he's going with Guardian, so it seems that he's going to be Rush and an Elf player, which is not the greatest idea over here. Of course, Andy got the barrack outside, but he knew already that his opponent is an dwarf, and he will place, for example, another barrack near his fortress to be able to protect himself better. Anyway, Lordian archers creeping with builder, luring out the works. Most of the players doing it nowadays. Nothing too weird to see. This happened. And if Random is going to do everything correctly, those Lorien archers should receive level 2. He shouldn't allow the other battalion take the experience from the Warclare, which actually will not happen. As we can see, this battalion receive level 2. So this is what you want to do. Even if you get another battalion, use it on the other Warclare, but do not use it on the same. Get level 2 with the first Lorien archer battalion that you got on the field. How many Guardians we got? We got 3 battalions of Guardians on the way. And this match is Random against Andy. It's a round 2. We're closer and closer into the semi-final. And in the Grand Tour stream, you can see Halet against Turgon. So as we can see from the south, actually, Andy decided to go with his Guardians. And that's the cleansing, because now we got Elven Warriors from Randy, and he'll be able to spot those Guardians at the moment with the Builder, as we can see. The Builder was sent in here to spot Mineshaft over here. But Randy will realize that the tunnel, that the Mineshaft got to be somewhere over here. That's why he placed this mill. Anyway, back to action. We can see that Andy is going with Rally Call. That's why those Lorien Warriors are not going to prevent anything, and those 2 Mallow trees are going down. In the meantime, of course, we got 2 battalions of Lorien archers, and those Lorien archers will be microing out a little bit because they are faster, and Guardians are on hold grand stance. They will be picked off one by one. They cannot attack 2 battalions at the same time. This is why 1 battalion is micro out and 1 battalion is still constantly dealing damage towards those Guardians. On the other hand, Andy is going with Arch-Orange. And the thing with Arch-Orange and Half Warriors is that you got to make a really good pressure with Dwarves, which for now Andy is not doing that great. And you're facing an Elf who got easily access to all the infantry units from his barrack. We got really good charge attack from Guardians towards Lorien Warriors, and I think they will be picked up. They will not be able to take down the very important Mineshaft for Andy. Because of those 2 Mineshaft, this one over here and the other one over here, that's why Random would like to pick them as fast as possible. Andy is allowed to show himself in both sides of the map in the same time for his opponent, and there is charge ability ready for Andy, and I don't know why Andy is not using it. Andy just used it, but not correctly. He was unable to punch lots of those Lorien Warriors. Those Lorien Warriors are in the defensive stance, so they will not get that much damage, and they was able to destroy even the Mineshaft. So really good pickup by Randy over here. He was even able to pick up the Builder through the middle, so it's really hard at the moment for Andy to do something. Random took a lead in my opinion. But let's see what's happened. And okay, what Andy is not doing, he's not creeping. He prevent his opponent from creeping, which is really good, but he's not creeping himself, which is very, very bad, because as a dwarf you would like to, of course, deal some damage towards your opponent, get more power points than your opponent, which in this case it's not possible because Random got almost 6 power points while his opponent got 3 power points from destroying those Mallow trees. And what Random decided to do, because he knew that he will be closed into the base, he decided to go into the side of his opponent and create some Mallow trees. That will allow him to increase his vision as well as attack the opponent's structures. In the meantime, Andy is still pop out some more Guardians and Axe Throwers. I would definitely recommend it go for some other units because, as we can see, Random got only Archers and a little bit of Lorien Warriors. That was like the last game that Random was facing a Dwarf, when Dwarf doesn't even go for Fort Works, which is very important, and this is why Randy wasn't forced to go for Pikeman's. And in this case scenario, it seems that he will not be forced to go for this kind of units any soon, because of course it is 1k resources from Andy, but he is not using his builder. His builder is still into the mine shaft. As we can see, there is not lots of units from Andy as well, or he got enough units but out of position. Rallying call has been used as well, and over here to just pick up some pieces of elves. It's not cost efficient. Both those small trees been destroyed, which increased the power points that Andy got. He got 7 power points, while his opponent got almost 10, and he will definitely trample those guardians, or even destroy this mineshaft rather, and get the 10 power points. And Andy now got enough space to creep the Warclers on the middle. As we can see, he creeped the Warcler on his opponent's side. And what is Andy doing? Andy just got a good reaction towards those Lorien warrior, Lorien lancers, and he get himself some pikemen. But I think it's too late. He's facing lots of Lorien archers. They'll definitely pick up the pieces. His builder is going to be killed on the northern side of the map. So it shows how inappropriate Andy is playing with those builders, and he wastes 2 builders already. He was even trying to get into the middle of the base of his opponent with the first builder and the second builder being picked up on the north side of the map. So Andy got this advantage over here. Random will take the lead. He will take another Warclar, which will increase his economic status. He got Revenge the Lancers, and this is because his opponent doesn't have that much pikemen. I think there is only 1 battalion of pikemen into the mineshaft. There is no other battalion outside the mineshaft. We got, of course, Gloin on the battlefield. Lorien warriors, I know. Okay, what do we got? 10 power points for Dwarf, and it only shows that Andy is from Rise of the Witch King. After Rallying Call, you should definitely pick Hobbit Alliance, because Hobbit Alliance got special features which Andy doesn't get over here. He just will use Men of Dale summon, which are completely useless against Rivendell Lancers. And here we go. And there is like one of those all-in attacks when you get all your heroes, all your units, you used all your power points. It's like all-in, because into the mineshaft he got only 3 battalions actually, and it's not enough in this point of the game. How about Random? Is he going for some heroes? He got himself Tom Bombadil to protect his base, and it's completely enough to destroy this army, push Gloin back into the mineshaft. But we'll see how it's going to be. Of course, Farsight is not available, but it's not the case in this at the moment. Random would want, I think, just to lure his opponent near the base, summon the Tom Bombadil, and then just destroy the entire army of his opponent. We got preoccupied formation by pikemen, but it's not enough. It's only 1 battalion. Of course, Andy is trying as much as possible to protect his army, to protect definitely archers from being trampled by lancers, but we can see lancers are completely outside the map. They're completely in the north. Pick up some of those tunnels over here and mineshafts, and we can see that Andy decided to creep, which is harder in Battle 2. You definitely need to use Rallying Call, but because those pikemen are level 2, they will be able to do it. Anyway, let's back to the main force. As we can see, Tom Bombadil have been summoned. Barrack for Randy has go down. So Randy got to recreate his barrack. He's going for another Maltry, but I think he will recreate his barrack as fast as possible with this builder. He's creeping, as we can see. Another barrack been threw down immediately. And Gloin was forced, as I said, by Tom Bombadil to get back to the mineshaft. At least at the moment, Andy is able to creep at least the Troller on the northern side of the map by his opponent creep all of those Warclers. from the entire map. So we got more treasures from those creeps, more experience from those stuff as well. And we got another barrack near the base of Random to be relatively more safe. He's going forward with Lorien warriors. We can see that there is no fort works yet for Andy, who should definitely get it and go with some battle wagons. Revamp the Lancers, they will pick up Mineshafts as well. Axfro is doing pretty good job against Lorien Archers. Nonetheless, those Lorien Archers were able to get away. Almost 15 power points for Random at the moment. Level 3 from Gloin, it's not enough. We got Haldir on the battlefield for Random. And he brought himself Gimli, or maybe definitely battle wagons. Against Elf, you should definitely get the battle wagons. You got 10 power points. You should definitely use it on hobbits to be able to push back the army of elves. But it doesn't going to happen anytime soon, it seems. Andy is going to get more and more power points to maybe get an Undermine or something else. We got lots of Axfros on the battlefield with Rallying Call. On the north side of the map, on the middle, we got a Slam used on some units of elves. Elf species are flying at the moment, and Gloin is leveling up to level 5 almost. How in base? In base of Andy, he's still spamming on the X-Throwers and Guardians. It's nothing that Random got to be feared. We got Gimli on the battlefield. This is why Andy wasn't even creating another type of units, but definitely Fort Works should be already here. And all those X-Rays will be killed, or at least lots of them will be trampled. And let's check the command points. We got 1k. 1k command points. He got everything filled over here. Axe throw towards lots of elves. We got lip available from Gimli. Gimli is some kind of hero slayer and unit slayer, but we got Giant Eagles, and if they will attack him, there will be no way for him to escape his fate of being dead. And he filled the entire map almost with his Maltries, so there is no surprise that he got 1k command points already. We got level 4 on Haldir. This is what you would like to get for Haldir, to be honest. You're not even aiming for this golden arrow because it's harder to receive. We got Entmoot, so it's going to be closer and closer to the end. We got Towers expansions from Andy, but he is only placing those Towers expansions against those 2 Eagles. And those 2 Eagles are only going into the units, dealing some damage into the Mineshafts and nothing else, to be honest. Almost 15 power points one more time for Andy for Random at the moment, while Andy got 1 power point only, and he just used Cloudbreak. It does nothing for him. So I think that Andy doesn't pick the right race for this matchup, and that if you choose to play as Dwarf against the Elf, you should definitely get Forgeworks. It's not Rise to the Witch King where you can play without it. We got End on the field already, so this End will go aim the Fortress of Andy. 16 power points at the moment from Random. And as we can see, Gimli is out of position completely. He should be over here trying to get into this End. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Lots of Lorien warriors on the field near this End to protect it. And what this Haldir is doing, he's completely nervous. He's going into the units of his opponent. They should be Haldir should be over here on bone mode, to be honest, in this point of the game, to just give this leadership towards all those units. 20 power points. So it seems that Random is going for the Flood ability, that he will not be fighting with this entire army yet. We got Gimli on the battlefield, and Gloin. Gloin is going with Shake Foundation towards Entmoot and trying to destroy it as fast as possible. We got another End. This End should even trample all those Axe Throwers and receive like 3 power points. But he is on the rock mode. Man of Dale easily pick up the Lorien warriors, and Andy got to retreat. Random got to retreat for a time being. But of course he will receive 25 power points in no time. He got Barak outside his base, completely in the sight of his opponent. His opponent doesn't have lots of pieces over here, not lots of mineshafts as well. Gimli is low in health, and I think Andy doesn't have heal. No, he does have heal. He got Hobbit Alliance. That should be picked first, not even the Man of Dale. We got Haldir, and it seems that Random is not moving with his army. I mean, he could definitely go for upgrades or stuff like that, but he's only waiting for this 25 power points to use it, and now he'll be forced to get away, as we can see, and he's doing it correctly. Even the lip was a waste from Andy. Oh, and November beat Scorpion. This is good to know that at last they've been able to play those matches. We got 25 power points for Random, while his opponent got 7. It means that Andy is going to take a rebuild, because he will see the float going towards his base, completely demolished everything that he got. We got Haldir on bow mode, as I said before. He should be on bow mode if you receive level 4. You should definitely bid in a little bit of support for your units to increase their damage. And now we got 10 power points. Gloin completely out of position on the north with 1 battalion of Axe Throwers, but of course Axe Throwers are nothing, while Gloin got level 7. And he should be near the base protecting it, which will not happen. Here we go with Float. All those pieces been destroyed. We can see that Andy will be forced to use some wall hubs or axe throwers expansions over here. And he got 10 power points. He got to recreate some mineshafts. Mineshaft on level 3, for example, go down. He doesn't have production buildings at the moment, while his opponent got production buildings everywhere, and he needs the Lonely Tower. He needs everything to that will allow him to stay alive, actually. And it's hard to do it. We got Lonely Tower over here, completely out of position to just save the Gloin, that it's not possible. So I think Andy just... I don't think so that he realized, but he's going to be taken down. The Lonely Tower is completely out of position. I don't know why even Random is fighting with it. It's nothing. Let's just hold this line over here. And the elf is moving forward with units. We got Gimli still on the field, throwing down the axe throw. But nonetheless, he will not be able to fight with his opponent. Tom Bombadil summon is ready for a Random, and he is still going into the base of his opponent, pushing him back towards the base, destroying all those very important mineshafts on level 3, then increase resourceful of the structures. Even lock down the builder that is low in health. Other builder been catched up, and now there's only Gimli who is on the field. Of course, he got Slayer ability. He's low in health. I think heal is available. Yes, heal is available, but he will not heal him. So Andy realized that it's no way, and yeah, Andy will be defeated. It's going to be 2-0. We'll play both of them, but we saw that Andy is the Rest of the Lich King player, and that he do some other stuff that we're doing in Battlefield 2. Isn't Eol Scorpion the best player? No, I don't think so that he's the best player. Anyway, Random goes to the semifinals, and Andy been knocked out. Really good game by both of them. Nonetheless, Elf in Forza Horizon 2 is rather hard to deal with if you know how to play with them. Let's check other matches. November versus Ectelion. This is something that I would like to see, but I don't know if Ectelion is playing on... No, he's now waiting, I guess, because I cannot find him on T3A server, which he should play on T3A server, and he's not even here. So it seems that he's waiting for something. We don't know why Archangel is not playing. Maybe he got no time for doing this. Let's check how Hallet doing with Turgon, if they haven't ended yet those games. It seems they are. Yeah, Turgon and Hallet just end. Let's check the results and grab a bottle of water. Maka to take down the Glute Master, and he is in the first semi-final. So Glute Master will not win this tournament because he is out of it. It's Maka who's on the semi-finals, actually. And we'll find in a minute who's going to face Random. Oh, okay, so it seems that it was tie for Haled and Turgon, but Haled got to go. So it seems that Random is going to face Turgon in the semifinals, and the second semifinal will be Maka against someone. Haled get to go, so it seems that Turgon is going to face Random. And we still wait for November against Ectelion. And as I can see, say over here, Ectelion is away from keyboard. And their match hasn't been started for like 3 hours. So I think Ectelion should be already in the semifinals facing Maka. And we shouldn't wait for anything else. Still, Ectelion is away from keyboard. He supposed to face November, which is online, and they're not playing for like 3 hours. And where is Turgon actually? Maka got to wait. Ectelion is supposed to play November, but he's away from keyboard. So where's Turgon? So random could find out if he's going to the finals or not. Okay, so Random and Turgon are online, so I think we should go with them. Maybe they took the break. And we got Ectelion wake up. And November is online as well. So everything is clarified at the moment. And it's really good because of this. You get time to get yourself a water. Turgon get to go. So in this case, Random should be in the finals already. And how about Ectelion? Oh, we got November. Okay, so it seems that we're gonna have crap, what I'm doing. That we're gonna have Ectelion against November at the moment. Will Ectelion win? I don't know. I don't know really, and I think he's on the 3A server because that's the only way he could play this game. Oh, it seems that we are to start the game. How weird. And we have 5 here in this one room. It's hosted by Ectelion. We'll see. We'll see if Ectelion is going to win this tournament. For now, it's all in favor of the random, to be honest. He just won all those games flawless, playing with those elves. Okay, what we got? What we got here? Here we got Casper as well. Morton Valley is our first map. Yeah, Casper is such a misship. And he knew this. Okay. So we got Ectelion against November. For some reason they are playing on Game Ranger. Morton Valley. Mordor against Elves. They both choose random. And in the bottom, in the top left side, we got Mordor player Ectelion. And the bottom right, we got Elfen player November. And the thing is, it's Ectelion's host, and I would like to see that it's not going to lagging at all. Ectelion doesn't yet take any of those power points. So let's check the map up actually. So we got Spiderlings and Spider Lair, and what else? Let's increase a little bit this sound. Another Spider Lair and Inn and Troll K and Troll over here. This map looking really good. Another Inn as well. So let's see if Ectelion will be in favor over here and will be able to take down November, which as an elf is doing pretty good job. So we got 4 mallow trees. It seems that November doesn't know the map at all, and he will not be able to creep that fast. If he even realized that he got those spider lair so near his base, he could even take it down with his Barak, and he's going with Green Fusion instead of Barak. He just realized that his opponent is at last Mordor, and that Ectelion is going with 2 Orc Pits, which means it's going to be spam of Orcs. But going with Green Fusion in such a map when you get lots of good creeps that you could take down by just Lorien Archers, it's not what you would like to do. Here we go, Elfen Barak. and another orc pit actually from Ectelion. So it's going to be really spammy game over here. Ectelion would like to over spam his opponent, maybe go with 4 on either 5 battalions of orcs as a first wave. Green Pusher is ready for our Elfen player, and he's going with Rivendell Lancers alongside, I think, Elfen Archers, because that's the only good answer to the spam. Let's see, yeah, here we go, Lorien Archers on the way. And it seems that Orc Warriors will find themselves a lair and decided to get out. So it seems that Ectelion even doesn't know this map, and he's going into the Troller at the moment, near the Troller. There's a little low passage over here. And we got tons of comments because of Casper and Salanos. But let it be. We got first battalion of Rivendell Lancers heading towards Mordor's base, and this is what you would like not to do. You just let your base go. You got to retreat with those Rivendell Lancers and try to kill as much of those Orc Warriors as possible. We got Tenland used by Ectelion, and he's going into the Mallow Tree. This map is looking really good actually. It's lots of creeps, really hard to sneak by, really hard as well to build any structures. As we can see, this base is really tiny. 4 mallow trees in the beginning, there is another mallow tree near the Troller. And we get 2 battalions of Rivendell Lancers trying to kill as much orcs as possible. They're already on the Thunderland, so they got increased armor about 15%. How about Ectelion's base? How he's doing? He's going with Haradrim Palace. He knew that his opponent got the Lancers. This is why he needs some Sterlings. He took down first Mallow Tree that been created. This is a big chance over here, and a very good job taking down the Mallow Tree that is protected by Rivendell Lancers. Anyway, orcs been cleared up, of course, and there is another wave of 4 orc warriors, but they are not enough. Rivendell Lancers alongside with Lorien Archers are enough to clear them up. Definitely, how many power points they got? So November got already 3 power points by all this camping in the base and trying to prevent his death, while his opponent got 2 power points, I think. Let's check it out. Yeah, almost 2 power points for Ectelion, because he was able only to destroy 1 Mallow Tree or 2, and now killing a little bit of those Rivendell Lancers. Rivendell Lancers will get away. There is another Haradrim Palace, so Ectelion would like to spam as much units as possible, but this map is not for this actually. There is a really good sneaky slaughterhouse near the trees, really good looking. Still, we can see that slaughterhouses are going down by Rivendell Lancers, and that Ectelion got problems to catch up to those Rivendell Lancers into the base. Now Rivendell Lancers are getting back to base. This Lorien Archer battalion have been taken down a little bit by Orc Warriors, and now with the Thunderland one more time, the Green Pusher even may be destroyed. The orcs are in the position of Elfen Archers, and Rallying Call has been used, but isn't going to be enough. I think so. Yes, those Lorien Archers are going to be saved. They are going to live to fight another day. No more units from the barrack. No more units from Green Pusher. We got 1 battalion of Pikemans. We got still a pretty good count of Rivendell Lancers, but in the meantime, it is Ectelion who is actually creeping the lairs on the field, which is very important. He will get, of course, experience and treasures. In the meantime, Elvis trying to clear up every last orc on his base, those scums, and he's doing a really fantastic job over here. But still, it allows Ectelion to move forward with units. allows him to creep up the entire base to get more resources and be ahead of the game. So it seemed that Ectelion took this map on purpose, or maybe he was playing this map for the first time. We got 6 power points for him. Doing such a thing with an elf when you're Mordor, it's incredible in such a map as this one. Oh, it shows that Sterlings are not enough to kill the troll. Definitely not without Eye of Sauron. We got more Maltrees for Elf because he can spread while adding more and more units to his composition. But it's always increase the possibility for Mordor to destroy more Maltrees, to get more power points by destroying structures. Still, it's November who hold the lead. Of course, he's great with micro with those Rivendell Lancers. Got to say, maybe at the moment those Rivendell Lancers will be killed, but nonetheless, November doing really good job. And it's really not that big of the map. We got Nazgul on the field, but maybe he'll be catched by Mithrin sentries. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, he stopped for a minute and he'll be punched by those Mirkwood sentries and killed by archers. Real good catch over here by November. Not even on purpose, but still. And it shows that November got 3k resources for some reason. I don't know for what he's getting that much resources. At the moment, industry for Mordor in the back of the base, on the back of the slaughterhouses. And Ectelion will get some troubles. I hope that Elf will use the resources. We can see that we got Farsight, we got 10 power points, so it's going to be Tom Bombadil, most likely. In this situation, it's really possible and really useful. We can see that army will be added to more and more Lorien warriors, more and more Rivendell Lancers as well. And still, it's Elf who's getting more and more pressure. He's destroying more and more slaughterhouses at the time. And yeah, even Salon has decided to come on, get a Thranduil. It's a really good hero, but to be honest, Elf got only 1k resources at the moment. He needs at least one more to get some of those kinds of heroes. We got Nazgul back on the field by Ectelion, and this Nazgul got, of course, only level 1, so there is no even Dread Visage for him. And now what is Ectelion is doing, he is upgrading his Haradim Palace to level 2 to get access to Haradim archers. I don't think so that it's the greatest idea. You are facing definitely Rivendell Lancers at the moment, and you got to be aware. Good stop over here. He will be dismounted, this Nazgul, and it will force November to get away. Do not fight over here, but nonetheless, the Red Visage is available for this Nazgul. And Ectelion will be pushed forward. Definitely you don't want to fight on this land over here from Mordor. You should definitely get back. And we got Haldir on the field. All the players today, if they've been elves, choose Haldir as their first hero. We got Rally Call towards Lancers, but they will be picked up by the Towers expansions and Haradim archers. Now we got Tom Bombadil. Sonic Sun has been used in the middle of the game. But there is still Nazgul dealing really good amount of damage towards archers. There are no Mithrin sentries, no pikemen for Elf, and we will see that this Nazgul almost receive level 6 that will allow him to get Morgul Bait. Oh, now it's time to retreat. You won't lose the Nazgul in this situation. How many power points we got? 10 power points, almost 11 for Ectelion, while his opponent got 9. But we got to remember that November got already Farsight and Ranical. And how is it going? Tom Bombadil is still dealing damage. Last Sonic Song for them. Haldir out of position, level 2 for him. He can deal definitely splash damage, even maybe kill the Nazgul. Nazgul doesn't have level 6. It seems that some of those models went down. Not really. Even if November doesn't create mallow trees on the middle of the of the map, he's doing very well on the south side of the map and the north. He may of course create some mallow trees on the middle, but it's not that great. And it's not like he got tons of cash to upgrade anything, to be honest. He got only Haldir, he got 2k resources, but not anymore. And there is no Mirror of Galadriel that Casper is find out. Running a little bit of ways, there is Nazgul with Red Visage on level 6, so definitely Morgul bait should go in place over here. Turn some guy into the right, this is what you want to see. If you get Nazgul, this is what Ectelion is doing at the moment. We got heavy armor for Mithrans, but they will be killed one by one, so this was waste of resources actually. Mo Sauron, almost level 2, but low in health. We got a barrage for Mordor. And it seems that November tap out and GG. So game number 1 goes to Ectelion. Really good fashion, but still I was thinking at some point that November could take this elite, could take this game. It turns otherwise. Okay, it's time for November to pick his map. No, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So this time, November picking map called Forza Horizon 2. Are you really kidding me? We cannot play on this one. In the second game, they cannot pick a reskin. League of Legends. I got League of Legends on my PC, but I'm not playing it on it, to be honest. Too little buttons. Like, you got to push like 7 buttons, and that's it. Okay, let's go. Which map we gonna have today? We're gonna have now. Ectelion is got. Okay, it's going to be Rohan. Rohan designed by EA, which got 4 outposts. So in the south, or in the bottom left, bottom right side, we got Dwarven player Ectelion. He's currently 1 game ahead. And in the top right, we got Goblin player November. So yeah, we saw this map before. We got 4 outposts over here, 2 for each side, for the left and right side. And of course we got signal fires, 2 actually. There is lots of stuff that you would like to take into your control. But it seems that Ectelion is going to rush his opponent. He got Mineshaft as well as Hall of Warriors, and he's going with Guardians. How about the other side? Oh, that's unusual. Fissure, really? In free tunnels, it's not cost efficient, let's be honest, but it may work if he'll be able to take his opponent off guard. Let's remember that you get those outposts to take as well. It's 4 of them, so you don't want to waste that much resources on stuff. But of course, if somehow those trolls will be able to take down a fortress, it will be definitely cost efficient. Okay, first outpost for Bonito will be taken. So it seems that he's not going to rush, he's going to just take the outposts. Of course, here there's a trawler, which in 1.00 this trawler is over here. Like over here, and there is an outpost. So we got another battalion of guardians, and we got a goblin cave with 1 troll. And this is weird because Ectelion will get the pikemans because there are the warclares, the trawler that you want to take down to take the outpost. So there is no other reason to not take and not go for the pikemans in this matchup. This is why I don't know why November decided to go with Cave Troll and Fissure into the free tunnels. Now, of course, Guardians got to get away. They will not be able to take the outpost of his opponent's side of the map. But still, we can see only Goblin Warriors on the way while Ectelion got his pikemans. And to be honest, he can do 2 things. He can creep or can go over here and kill this troll, which he's not doing. Level 4 at the moment for Cave Troll, and Ectelion gets some problems like Reap, stuff like that. But Builder will get away. Definitely this troll is not that fast. We got another Goblin Cave for our Goblin player, and it seems that he's going to creep. The Goblin Warriors will take the outpost. What is going to happen over here? I don't know. I have no idea what Goblin is doing. He's going into the north side of the map near the signal fire, placing some tunnels. Definitely you want to spread your ability to move with your goblins. We got in taken outpost, taken in control of goblins for the first time. We got more and more goblin warriors. Let's check the power points. 3 power points at the moment from November, while his opponent doesn't have any of those power points. And level 5 for the troll, he will heal up himself, which he's doing already from the level 3. And the builder who cannot build anything, it's a poor builder. Exactly. Where is the other one? There is the mineshaft that has been delayed, and we get pikemans going into the trawler, trying to get rid of this, and take into the control of outpost. The thing is, Ectelion is not creating any other stuff. He got only this half warriors, and it's all that he got. November should use poison blades and aggressive stance. To be honest, battle stance is not enough. And Bonito closed his base over here. He got nothing actually. He got these outposts, but it will be taken by goblins nonetheless. There are lots of goblin warriors that appear on the map. We got another tunnel. We got another goblin cave as well on the way. Troll is on level 5 already. On level, not even 5, level 6. He was on level 5 last time when we saw him, and he's creeping the Warclare pretty well. He can heal up, of course, since level 3. So this is the really good job over here. I haven't even figured out why he's starting with the Fissure, but it seems November knew what he's doing. Or maybe trying to get a new thing. So almost level 7 on this troll. And it's going to be harder and harder for our Dwarfen player. He got for himself Gloin, and he's going for Archer range, but I don't think so in this kind of setup, in this kind of units and army composition. You are going for Axe Thrower. I think maybe because your opponent got a Fissure and you suspect Half-Tour Marauders that you just spotted. But you got tons of Goblin Warriors on your way home, and that's completely wrong that you're trying to do. And now Actelion is pointing that out, that Troll is dealing less damage towards the fortress but more towards the units. I think that's some kind of tip. The outpost has been taken down and the Troll is moving forward. He can definitely deal a little bit of damage. Oh, a really good move. Half Warriors will be taken down, or maybe some damage will be done over here towards this half warriors. We definitely don't want to lose this troll. And Gloin is coming. Maybe Slamhammer will be used. Slam has been used already, but the troll got to get away. You don't want to use such a troll on level almost 7. Actelion was able to survive. He got his towers expansion over here. He take down lots of those goblins and half-troll marauders, and this troll is going down. Unfortunate, he was almost level 7. And for some reason, November wasn't able to micro out with him. Another goblin cave up here. It's 4th at the map for our goblin player, and he's going only with goblin warriors. This is something weird. I would hope for some goblin archers to just kill some of those guardians faster. And as we can see, Actelion is still taking the outposts on his opponent's side, taking down the troll creep, and it's still harder and harder for our goblin to do something. We got Gorkil on the battlefield while Men of Dale been summoned into the base of Actelion for some reason. Maybe it was a misclick, because why he even would like to do it? There is no reason to. There was no threat. Now the November decided to go from this northern side of the map, taking the outpost, and he realized that there is his opponent, but he got a really good timing, or luck we can say, and he will destroy those rebels, level up, as well as take the treasures. Was that the reason for Bunito to summon those Men of Dale in this position near the base? Someone got some ideas about it? You get outpost will be recreate. Yeah, no reason at all. We got Men of Dale, we got Archer Range level 2, 5 power points are saved at the moment for Benito. Maybe he will use it on rebuild. At the moment, November got 6 power points, almost 7, 1k resources, and he's moving forward. He's going with Spider Pit as well. Of course, this Man of Day summon got lots of time remains, but still, there was no reason to summon them into the base of yourself when you're not in danger. Signal Fire will be taken by Goblin, and other Signal Fire will be taken by Dwarf, so they changed the Signal Fires. And as we can see, another outpost is going down. I would rather prefer from Goblin to take this outpost for him not destroying it. We got Men of Dale on the battlefield, as we can see, really good against half-troll marauders. This is why this Spider Pit is on the way. We got another Goblin Cave as well, but nothing came through the Goblin barrage over here. Still, it's Actelion who rather took the outpost rather than destroy them. And Goblins cannot get into the base of his opponent. We can see that Archer Range is on level 3, so it's definitely going. So Actelion is going definitely for fire arrows, but he lost quite a bit. Quite a little bit of mine shafts will go down, and it allow Gorkil to level up to level 4. There is a Gloin for some reason, all alone. He will be picked before he even was able to use the Shadow Hammer on the Fisher. 10 power points at the moment for Goblin, while his opponent got almost 15. This is quite a good number of power points, but still, it's Goblin who got more units, I guess, on the battlefield. But he's pushed back, and here we go, Cloud Break. It seems for Actelion. Maybe he would like to stop some units from moving. I don't know. We'll see. We got Spider Riders from November, and there is the outpost on the north that Heal is only for 15 seconds, so it's not that the big of the deal, I think, for Ectelion, where he got a really tough unit. But maybe he would like to stop units for some reason. It's a heal. It has value. It has value. We'll see. How about value are those Weizmann of Dawnland, and it's going to force Cloud Break. Yeah, it just forced Cloud Break, but I don't think so. It was because of this. Here we go with counter attack. There is a builder actually. This builder should definitely get away, or maybe throw down the wall hub. Yeah, save the builder. Definitely, it's the point of using the Cloud Break. Nonetheless, 5 power points already for Ectelion, so we can definitely go for a rebuild. In the meantime, where is it? Oh, he lost his Gloin. I just got to remind myself this. So much unfortunate for him. Another mineshaft goes down. We got another Goblin Cave on the way, so it's going to be 6th one. Okay. So it's going massive goblins. Massive goblins. This is what I like, but don't tell anybody. Weizmann of Dawnland still in the game, though they destroy quite a lot of outposts and mineshafts, and I think it's hard for Ectelion to even move out of his base. He got this outpost over here and some of those mineshafts on the south side of the map alongside this signal fire, and the other one, which is weird, because Goblin should definitely take those signal fires, not allow his opponent to get them. This may even change the game because he's pushing forward. In the mineshaft there are no units anymore. 10 power points at the moment for Ectelion, and we go with bats over here, but they are only cover one battalion of pikemen. One another battalion is going to destroy the Fissure. And we got Gloin on the battlefield one more time. Weizmann of Dawnland been killed off. And November just tap out. It's going to be over. 2-0 from Ectelion. This use of Man of Dale earlier, that was something weird. Let's be honest, you're not using the Man of Dale on your base when no one is attacking this base. It's completely got no sense. In the long run, this matchup is a cancer for dwarves. Yeah, it just took only 13 minutes, not that much. But yeah, Ectelion won. So now we are going into the semi-finals. Ectelion against Maka and Random against Turgon. Okay, here we go with Maka. If you want to see, I think that Grant are we going to stream the semifinals for Random and Turgon if they appear, because I would rather stay here already. So we got Scorpion for some reason. Why we got so much people in this room? It got no sense. Okay, Turgon had to go. So Random is already in the finals. This sort of things. Okay, we get Mecha, we get Bonito, we got other people, lots of other peoples. little bit too much people. Okay, but here we go. We are like 7 people in this room. For no reason, but who cares? I think Bonito the most. Let's change the screen. Now let's get into the game. We got Ectelion against Mecha, and it's going to be... oh no, not Willy Shores, definitely not this map. And we are 7 in this one room. For some unexplicable reason,